I mean, it's just such a testament to your effort and I think even more resilience. How does it feel to be working in Herman?
So people are started loving me because of that. Okay, you are achieving and you are scoring well. I got first rank among everyone.
I'm sure there must have been some resistance to that idea in your house.
What I learned from people in Mandya, and our family income completely based on agriculture.
So you come from a farming community. Was it enough to sustain your family?
Since my childhood, I faced a lot of this skin tone issues as well in my family.
What is your dream now?
When I came to my 10th standard, someone told there is a sadhana exam.
You've shown light on what it takes to truly succeed.
I asked them, why can't you give a chance for me? I'm really interested for going for technical fields.
Hi, today in Voices of Hope, you're going to be listening to Mandya's daughter. Her name is Amulya. And what she speaks about is not just her life story, but an inspiring chronicle of a farmer's daughter becoming a software engineer. You're going to love this episode. And I hope you will like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends and family. Welcome to this episode of Voices of Hope. Amulya, I listened to you, right? And listened to your story. And I want to understand, what was it like to grow up in Mandya?
Yeah. First of all, I love my city, Mandya, which is famously known for a sugarcane city.
I know.
In Mandya, people completely, they'll believe power of land.
Yeah.
So they'll believe in their hard work and they put so much efforts in their land. And they not only feed their own families, they feed the entire nation. So in there, in Mandya, it's rich in kindness, rich in heart. And I'll thank for Mandya for giving me birth, and I also love Bangalore for giving me life. And our family income completely based on agriculture, we grieve sugarcane and sometimes rice. So it's not that we have lot of land. We are approx 1 acre of land. In that we could able to manage our family commitments. So what I learned from people in Mandya, they'll believe, without knowing the future, the result of what they put the seeds, they'll started putting efforts. So that's what I have learned.
Wow. So you come from a farming community.
Yeah.
Your father's a farmer.
Yeah.
Right. Was it enough to sustain your family? The income that your father was able to earn by farming, say, sugarcane or rice in a parcel of land that's just 1 acre?
Yeah, it's very hard. My father doesn't know other than the farming. That's the one thing. So in two times in a year we'll grow, and we don't know exactly what amount we'll get. So he should maintain our, I have my elder sister, both of our education. So my uncle is the one who is looking to us and support somewhat in finance. So he's also my sister is the one, she could able to pass Navodaya and she get into Navodaya in 5th standard. So somewhat financial issues burden got less. So it's mainly completely on me. So and I studied in some native college, school. So fees was very less. So we could able to manage that. Along we have taken some debts and the loans for interest, monthly interest from people. So that's how we could able to manage paying the interest, but not the whole loan amount. Somewhat, if we get significant amount, then we used to repay that amount. Yeah.
So just like your sister passed and went into Navodaya school, and that sort of reduced the burden on your parents and your uncle, who's been a big support system for you, right? You were also earlier discussing with me about your own progress towards getting a fantastic scholarship, right? during your school time.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure. Like in my childhood, my childhood days were very difficult. Like I keep on repeatedly hearing after my finishing my schooling, I used to come home and I used to eat food and all. Like in during nights, I keep on hearing, okay, today we have taken this amount of debt from these people. I was like, okay, my family is facing lots of financial issues. My sister and you not giving that much financially burden. I have to do something for my family. So how can I achieve it? That thought keep on feeding things around me, like okay, so somehow I can do something. So as the day passes, when I came to my 10th standard, someone told there is a sadhana exam for girls who cleared it all over the Karnataka, who cleared that exam. There will be free education along with the food, clothing, everything they'll take care for 2 years. So why don't you try? And you are good in academics, so why don't you try? So my uncle supported me in that, so you try. For that we have to prepare from 7th standard to 10th standard, all the science, maths and the social science along with the aptitude questions. So I don't have any idea like how it will be, because I have not written any competitive exams at that time. So I have to prepare, but I don't have smartphone. In my family, no one has that smartphone. So I used to go to my close cousins and ask for 2 hours, like, can you give the phone for preparing my? They were nice to me, so they offered me phone. At that time, I used to take notes of it, and I used to read every day, all from 7th standard notes textbook. I used to preserve my textbooks a lot to read that. So we had preparatory exams during 10th as well, so I started preparing. And one day I came from my school and to the home, and my uncle is like, okay, you cleared sadhana exam for that, and it's all over the Karnataka, and I'm with one girl. We two are the from Mandya district who cleared that. So next day they came to our home to background check, and I remember Rukmini ma'am saying, Amulya, you scored very very well. How did you achieve it? After listening to my story, she's like, you are the one we are looking for. So I was like, yeah, yes ma'am. I was so happy. Okay, somewhat I can financially reduce my family burden. So I we have to go for 1 week training after my 10th. So I scored 97 percentage in my 10th also. So they were very happy, and after when I went there for 1 week of training, so I came to know that during the orientation they said like, okay, we had two things: one tapas exam for boys and sadhana for girls. In tapas we only teach IIT and JEE aspiration students, and for sadhana girls we'll teach only for medicals. I was so disappointed because as I grew up, I keep on hearing society saying girls are meant for non-technical fields, medical fields. They're not capable of doing these things. Again, here also I heard the same thing. So I asked them, why can't you give a chance for me? I'm really interested for going for technical fields. They're like, boys have the capability of sitting 18 hours and read, but girls had their own problems. They can't do that. I was like, no, I can do. Please give me a chance. They were like, no, and they said no. At the end of the training, they gave the feedback. In that, I felt like I really wanted to do something in technical field. So please don't do these things for the girls, because you have to inspire them, and I really achieve it. I know, but I don't want to come here and make my dreams shrink. So thanks for the opportunity and all I've written, but I have used respect for them. That's how it happened.
Even though you protested, you wrote respectfully
Yeah.
that I'm not giving you permission to shrink my dream. My dream is to become an engineer.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into either becoming a doctor or a nurse, or basically that wasn't your area of interest. By the way, if you are a young student watching this episode, please remember, there is an exam called sadhana and there is an exam called tapas.
Yeah, for
right?
boys.
Yeah, for boys. And if you truly work hard and do well, there is a possibility that you could get selected for a support mechanism where everything from fees to your living expenses is taken care, because that's exactly what Amulya has done. And Mandya's daughter, in that sense, I think made all her teachers, including Rukmini ma'am, very proud by being one of the toppers in this particular exam. And that scholarship helped you,
Yeah.
right? And this helped you during 11th and 12th. Is that what it is?
No, ma'am. In 11th and 12th, I joined to the normal village college.
Okay.
So there, some college came, like BGS, some college took over that small college.
Okay.
So they have taken, my uncle went during the orientation program and he asked Dean over there, like, my daughter, like, he loves me more, like her daughter. So he went there and he asked, like, my daughter scored 97%. I don't think she can go to she can get IIT and a JEE kind of teaching here, so can you take her there? Like, they were like, seats are already filled, it's been already 2 months we started our syllabus, I don't think she can cope up with other students, even though she scored a 97. They're like, if we get any vacancy, we'll inform you. So after a week, maybe, and they called, we have one vacancy, you can take your girl and come. So leaving this place, I'm not okay, because I used to pamper here. I've never leave my family. So I went there and everyone started, like, on the first week only we had test. Everyone is like, okay, we have to prepare that. I was in that emotional kind of stage, like, I left my family here, I have to again cope up with 2 months of syllabus. And I wrote the exam and I got first rank among everyone. My class teacher was
Wow.
very happy. Like, previous exams which happened, my class didn't get the first place, but because of you we got. I really want to talk to your parents regarding this. And I took my parents and everyone started recognizing, okay, girl from Mandya came, and within a 1 week she's the first and she's the top. Amulya, everyone started recognizing.
Okay.
That empowered me and then encouraged me to score well. And they told, after, if you score 95% plus in first PU, you'll get free seat again in second PU.
Okay.
I tried very hard and I scored 96 again. I got a free seat for the second PU as well.
Oh my goodness. Extraordinary, Amulya.
Yeah.
Every time I listen to your story, I'm just left with wonder. To keep getting 96 and 97 consistently and to keep topping, I mean, it's just such a testament to your effort and I think even more resilience. But I think the spark is also that you so wanted to reduce the pressure on your family, right? You
Yeah.
wanted to do that. It's very heartening to just listen to this. Let me sort of move to the next place. You finished your second PUC, 12th standard, and then you wanted to do engineering, like you said before.
Yeah.
So you did join engineering, right? Do you want to tell us how you managed that?
Yeah, of course. Like, I scored 99.8 in my second PUC. And I'm so happy that I scored, but I really wanted to score in JEE and IIT. And after my second PU, I wrote that and I got 91 percentile in JEE as well. So counseling started. In CET, I have scored 4,000. Counseling started at the same time, JEE and the CET. So for special rounds, if I want to participate in JEE, there'll be 6 rounds. After that, there'll be 2 special rounds. Like, if people left the college, there'll be vacancy. We can participate. In that 6 rounds, I didn't get. So CET second round started. After the results announced, I got seat in PS University. We have to pay government fees of 90,000 for the college for confirming the seat.
Okay.
So there is an option that I can participate in special rounds of JEE. So for that we have to pay 40,000. So we already paid here, and we are afraid, like, what if we pay and we don't get back that money? Because we already, for paying this only, we have taken debt from the people.
Correct.
So again we have to make it. So we afraid, and I didn't participate that, but I got confirmation here. And then I got to know, for my ranking, the seat has announced for EEE in NIT. So I was somewhat upset, but it's okay. I got here and I scored well in my engineering, and I scored 10 out of 10 in as a last sem SGPA, and overall is 8.3 out of 10. Now I'm currently successfully
No, just
working.
1 minute. How do you do this? 99, 10 on 10. How is it possible? You work very hard, you're very interested in the subject. Uh,
The thing
how do
is,
you prepare?
yeah, the thing is, there is a zeal in me, like which says you have to do for you and your family. Because since my childhood, like I faced a lot of this skin tone issues as well in my family
Okay.
functions.
Okay.
So they used to tell like, okay, even though I know, because I was a child, I don't know, like. Whenever the people pass comments, that child doesn't know how to accept it. It's tried feeding me like, okay, I don't look good, and I don't look good. So at least I'm more interested in these studies. Let me achieve in this. So I start when I started achieving, scoring well in my seventh, everything I got more than 98, 99. So people are started loving me because of that. Okay, you are achieving and you're scoring well.
So the skin
that
tone
liked
didn't
me.
matter at
Yeah,
that time. Yeah.
skin tone doesn't matter at that time. So
Okay.
I, I was like, okay, I have to do. After some ages, after some years, so I noticed, okay, education is a key for everything which we can achieve respect and dignity and financially independent, which empower me and everything. So that zeal keep on saying me, you have to do something more, girl, like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think I can cry now, but extraordinary, Amulya. You started working recently, so now you're a working professional.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be working in Herman?
Yeah, I feel proud
Yeah.
because after these difficulties I crossed over. I'm finally becoming an engineer, which everyone says which is not matter for girls.
Yeah.
So training is happening. It's very good. I proactive myself for everything whatever I know, and keep on trying different things and different new ideas, what we can make changes to improve it better wise. So yeah, I'm happy to look forward in this career. Sure.
Yeah. I know you did a significant thing, which is while you live in one part of Bangalore and everybody talks about the infamous Bangalore traffic, you actually convinced your parents and family that you're going to go stay closer to your office, and you moved into a PG, and now you live in a PG, and weekends you come home. Um, I'm sure there must have been some resistance to that idea in your house.
Yeah.
How did you overcome that?
Like in my college days as well, ma'am, I used to stay far. Like
Okay.
I have to change 3 buses for that. Like because of like I got free hostel in JP Nagar, so I said I will manage anyhow financially. It will less burden for you guys. So I'll manage. I used to leave my hostel at 6:45 or 7, and I used to change my 3 buses. And we don't have for one particular stop we don't have bus. I have to walk 1 kilometer daily. So they were afraid, like because of our financial issues, you are facing this. I tried convincing from there itself. In my BTech also, I tried convincing them, and I used to not go frequently to homes. Like I wanted to achieve something on Sundays and the Saturdays. I have to make use of it because my goal is very bigger. So I have to keep working on that. So I started convincing them from there, and here also I said I'll manage myself. You have seen me these years, like that.
You're very good at this, I must say. You seem to know how to negotiate, how to
Uh,
convince people. A couple of, I think, last questions to you, Amulya. What is your dream now?
Now my dream is like I want to give back the life, all the positive things that life has given me, all the support, gratitude, kindness, and I want to be rich in everything, these things, not only in money, and every things, like what I said, in the honesty, gratitude, support, love, kindness. And yeah, like I want to live the life, and explore the things and have experiences which in my childhood, which I don't couldn't able to afford the things because of the financial. Now I'm financially independent. I want to explore everything. I want to make my inner girl smile and happy.
Oh, may you always smile. May the inner child in you always experienced joy. And I think that's one thing that all of us at HopeWorks Foundation, and I think you were also supported by Teach Trust, if I'm right, isn't it? I think from all of us, we want you to know that you inspire us. With this episode, you've shown light on what it takes to truly succeed, and we wish you the very, very best, so that
Thank you.
it's not just the inner child, but the woman that you are, the woman you will become as you grow in life, will always shine light on others who can look at you and go forward. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
on
you,
this
ma'am.
episode. Thank you very, very much, Amulya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.